What's going on, people of YouTube? It's that boy Treezy here. Welcome to Throwback Thursday. We are playing Metal Slug Double X, another classic Metal Slug title. I previously, for the sharp ones out there, I previously covered Metal Slug 3. This is the only other Metal Slug game available in the Xbox Live Arcade. I'm going to talk, more about the Metal Slug series in a moment. I just want to say congratulations to the winners of the recent Black Ops 2 giveaway. Big thanks to everyone who participated, my new subscribers. I hope you guys stick around for future content. You know what I mean? Plenty of uploads to come. I always try and keep a mixed bag of treats to bring to my YouTube, you know what I mean? So I hope you stick around. I hope you guys enjoy the content, and welcome. So this is one little series that I do on my channel now and again, Throwback Thursday, where we just spend a bit of time with some good old games. The previous one was Super Contra. Make sure to check that out. Check out the playlist as well. Covered Metal Slug 3, Crazy Taxi, Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighter, Duke Nukem 3D, and I'm not really sure what I'm going to cover for the future, but we'll get into that and ideas and whatnot later on. So Metal Slug, yeah. So it's a shame that there's only 2 Metal Slug titles available on the arcade. Both brilliant. I personally think Double X isn't as good as 3. I just, obviously the gameplay style is the same. The style in general is the same. The only thing that kind of lets this game down, it's still fantastic. I'd still give it 4 stars, 4.5 stars for what it is. I just think visually it wasn't as, it wasn't as attractive as Metal Slug 3. You know what I mean? Like, I know, background images and stuff like that are not like the be all and end all of the game, but for me it's just adds that, kind of icing to the cake. You get me? Where Metal Slug 3 was a beautiful game in and out. You know what I'm saying? But a more important factor would be, the difficulty for this game. It wasn't, don't get me wrong, you know what I mean, that boy Treezy, aka Metal Slug, mastered both games, both fully completed. Something I'm very proud of, you know what I mean. But this game, it was kind of more cheaper on the difficulty. You know what I'm saying? It's like, don't get me wrong, it took me several hours of practice and several playthroughs to get this game mastered. You know what I'm saying? And get that particular achievement. But it was like the last 3 missions were just, they had too many cheap moments for my liking. You know what I mean? It was still the usual case of learning enemy patterns, learning enemy spawns, perfecting your techniques and your methods that you'd have for each level. Yeah, but there were just too many cheap things for my liking. And it mainly came in numbers. You know what I mean? Heavy enemies, enemies just bombarding the screen, and your survival didn't really depend on your skill. There was too much luck involved. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just my opinion. Maybe I'm being soft. But yeah, those 2 things just kind of put a little bit of a downer on the game for me. Still thoroughly enjoyed it, but that's why I don't rate it as high as Metal Slug 3. You know what I mean? Because Metal Slug 3 is probably my all-time favourite. I've played, might be sad to some people, but I have played every Metal Slug game of the series, because as some of you may remember, on the PS2 and maybe the original Xbox as well, there was the Metal Slug Anthology, where it had like all, I think, 8 or 9 Metal Slug titles on there, and that was a pretty nice compilation of games to play. I was so tempted to actually buy the DS version of the Metal Slug game to see what that was like, because that's the only other kind of gaming console I've got. besides the 360, so to speak. I've actually still got my SNES, which ain't working no more. After all these years, I've had that damn thing for what, 20 plus years now. It's a shame it stopped working, because that's going to be worth some serious cash one day. You know what I mean? Maybe I could, I don't know, kick it a few times. It might do something. Blow the inside, blow the cartridges like you used to. You know what I'm saying? Them were days. But yeah, in terms of guides and whatnot, covering Metal Slug 3 and Double X. If you're a TA member, you know that I've pretty much put a guide up for every achievement for each game. I've also done the walkthrough, the True Achievements walkthrough for each game. Absolutely rammed packed with details, gory details. I think it's Dominator or Dominator has done a review for Metal Slug 3, which was pretty sweet. Or it might have been Double X, sorry. He's done a review for one of the others, so I didn't bother with one of the reviews, and I've done the other one. I think I've done the one for Metal Slug I've done the one for Metal Slug Double X. So you know what I mean. If you are a Metal Slug fan, check it out and see what you think. Obviously, that's available via TrueAchievements.com. So stop by and give it a read. And now, speaking of throwbacks, there was a little piece of news I was reading recently regarding another classic title. We're going further back this time though, with Flashback. As a lot of you will probably know, Ubisoft has announced the remake of the game. Obviously, like all you know, jazzed up and brought to our time, so to speak. But you know what? From what I saw, don't get me wrong, it looks alright, it looks pretty good, but I honestly think they could just, if they could somehow convert the old version onto like the Xbox Live Arcade, leave it how it was. I mean, the Flashback, I had it for the SNES personally, and I really enjoyed it. It was such a good game, you know what I mean? If you don't know what Flashback is, it was basically you know, 2D platformer, kind of a maybe slash adventure slash slight puzzler. You know what I mean? It was really good. You know, you went to different locations. You was an agent who lost his memory, woke up in a forest. Blah blah blah. I mean, it's irrelevant now. But the point I was getting at was, I'd love to somehow be able to hook up my SNES, get a copy of that game, which I think I still actually have on the SNES, and record some gameplay for that. Because that would be amazing. You know what I'm saying? Well, you can see where I'm going with my Throwback Thursday stuff. I really do love and kind of miss my old school games. Because another one I'd love to do, and I might do, will be Smash TV. Even though it's not going to be, it wouldn't be like amazing footage. You know, it does remind me a lot of, I think it was Total Carnage for the SNES. Like a top-down, well, twin stick. We'd call it a twin stick shooter now. And that was another fantastic game that I used to love playing just for crack, you know what I mean? But yeah, you know, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm running out of time, rambling on myself. If you guys have any ideas of what you'd like to see me cover for Throwback Thursday, don't be afraid to drop a comment on the video. Thanks for watching this one. Hope you've enjoyed the gameplay, and I'll speak to you all soon.